Okay, welcome to designing your initials with Keynote. Let's open up Keynote. As you can see here, I've already got a couple of slides in Keynote. I'm going to add another slide in. I'm going to add a blank one in this time. All right, in Keynote, you have a number of options. You have the plus, where we go to add things. We don't want to add any photos or videos. We want to add shapes and text. So let's start with a text. I'm going to click on the text, double tap, put in an E for Evans here. Now that's way too small, so I'm going to, anything that we want to change, we use the paintbrush up the top. And I'm going to click on text and I'm going to drag this up to probably 400 in size. Let's have a look at this. Up we go. Just going to keep dragging that up to 400 size. Once you've done one letter, you can copy and paste. So let's keep that at 400. I'm going to then click on it, copy. I'm going to paste another E because I think that'll look good, and I'm going to paste another E and change it, double tap, change it to a P. Here we go. Alright, so there's adding and changing some text. Now, pretty straightforward there. Here's another cool feature that you might like. Click on something, you can use the paintbrush to change it. If we hit on arrange, we can flip that horizontally. Now I have the E as a symmetrical version to the other E. And I'm going to slot it in there. Now you can see how you get the guidelines sort of helping you to align things, which is kind of cool. At the moment though, there is a problem with this design, and that is that inside the P there is a white area. To get rid of that, that's trapped up, should I say, to get rid of that, I'm going to add in a shape. Now the shape is the wrong color. I need to position that where I want it. We can zoom in to get it looking perfect. If you add too thinner things, my stencil machine won't be able to cut it out, so they have to be at a reasonable size. Probably about 3 millimeters in size. It should be able to cut it out, no problems. But I can tell you if it's not okay. Right, to change the color of that, I use the paint brush. I choose the style, fill color, change it across to white. Now you can see that I've got rid of that. Now if I zoom right in, you can see that that's slightly on top of the side there. There we go, that's perfect. Now the beauty about Keynote is we can group things. So at the moment I've got that selected. I can hold one finger on that, one finger on the P, they're both selected. I can hit on the group, and now those two things are grouped together and we can move them around. Let's go and show you something else that I really like the idea of, and that's what I've done here. Can you see how this, I've got 4 things here. Oops, we don't want to comment. I've got 4 things here, and I've made it look like the white goes over the top, underneath, over the top. To do that, all I've done is I've clicked on the objects, pressed the paintbrush, arrange, and you can slide them backwards and forwards. So if we zoom over this way so you can see what I'm doing, I can drag, see how I've dragged that above the white line? That's how you can do them. You can stack them up in orders to get that effect. We can create new slides by clicking on this side of our work with the plus down on the bottom left there, and you can see that I'm in the process of creating a few different ideas. It pays to come up with a number of ideas. We can add shapes, but the one thing that you need to make sure you do is have no trapped white spaces. For example, an O, you can't have an O, you've got to have some lines going into that. at the moment that'll cut out the black, and the black will print whatever color we want it to print in the stencil. Okay, if I was to add in, let's say I added in a circle, a black circle would be fine because it's a solid shape and there's white around it. Remember to change your color so it's quick, it's easy. Style, choose black. So we can add shapes to make our designs look more effective. We can change where we put things, etc., etc. So we could decide now if though that's a bit too close to the top there, probably struggle to cut that out. But if we move it and we zoom in and we move it into here, that would actually be okay. Now it's kind of cool because I've got a P in the black, but I've also got a bit of a P with the white and the black circle. So think of positive and negative also. Remember, if you don't give me a stencil to design, I can't cut it out and you won't be able to print. So if you want to print something of your initial logo onto fabric or onto like a t-shirt or a pillowcase, you need to send me through a cool design. I'll give you some feedback. You can make some changes. Once it's great and it's a cool design ready to be cut out, I'll cut it out of the stencil. So when you get back to school, you'll be able to print. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Good luck. Any questions? Send through some emails and some pictures, and then I can give you some tips. All right, thanks for watching the video.